Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's video. This is going to be episode 2 of my track guides for the F125 game. If you didn't already watch the track guide that I did for Australia, make sure to go watch that. But this is going to be for China. Let me just fix my setup real quick. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, I'm just going to give you a setup, and then I'll go around slowly around the track, explain each of the corners and the straights, and then I'll show you guys a hot lap. So the setup looks like this: 39 and 32 on the wings. Then I do 85-10 on the throttle. I know some people like 90, 95, but I do 85. Then it's all left on the suspension like the rest of the game. And then for suspension, we do 37, left, left. 7, 22, and 45. Then the brakes are going to be, of course, 100% brake pressure. And the brake bias, I do 53. Some people do 54. It kind of varies by corner, but I just do 53. It's like a good default for every corner. And then the tire pressure is 26.0, 26.0, and 22.0, 22.0. And that is the setup that I use for China. Okay, so let's jump into the slow track guide. So you want to be on the right hand side. You can see the curb here on the right hand side is flat. It's not like a ton of big bumps and gaps. So you can kind of use this to widen the corner. And you want to just this white line-ish. You want to tap the brakes. And for the final corner here, you want to just skip the corner like this, like so. Two wheels on the grass and two on the outside, so you don't get track limits. That's a bit too much. Ideally, you want to be like this. Let me just back up real quick. Ideally, you want to be like this. So you just kind of like fly in a straight line, widen the exit, but don't get too far out, because that will give you invalid. So, for the main straight here, you're going to stay on the right hand side, because in the middle, right below the lights, there's a ton of bumps, which will of course slow you down to the friction, etc. So yeah, stay on the right hand side, and then as you pass by this like big bridge, you kind of want to scoot over to the left. And for the first corner, you want to use all of the curb and just let go of the throttle, like lift at the 50-meter board, and you want to, I forgot to turn in. Let me just back up real quick. Perfect. So you want to use all the curb, and right here you want to lift from the throttle, and you're going to glide into the corner. Just glide it. You can see right here, there's like these rain gullies, like these drains, and that are just painted. They're not part of the curb. If you touch the curb, this cancels the car, but yeah, you can use the rain gullies right here because they're flat to widen the track. You just want to keep close and let the car slowly scoot out by itself. Keep the line, keep the car in like the black, like tire marks in the middle, and just slowly turn in. And again, here it is important that you touch the drains only, because as you can see, the curb starts being somewhat flat. If you're out here, this will give you big bumps, which unsettles the car, and yeah, it just destroys your tires if you are in a race. So for this corner, we just let the car glide in and just hug the drains over here. You want to go out in the middle before you turn in again. There's no really turn-in point. You just kind of go for feel. And the same goes here. Touch the rain gullies. Do not touch the curbs because again, they're very rugged. So yeah, let me just back up real quick. Whoopa. So yeah, right here, it's just, yeah, just touch the rain gullies real quick. Just like this. And of course, try to widen the exit a little bit so you can get a little bit early on the throttle. But yeah, just hawk it all the way out here. Watch out hitting the curb. It's not bad hitting the curb. It's just if you can avoid going like all the way out here, as you can see, because right where the two like parts of the curb, as you can kind of see them, they're easy to see from here. There's like two parts. If your tires touch both at the same time, the car will do this like fancy jump, which is so annoying. Yeah, just watch out for that, because that is not pleasant. So let's see right here. And of course, you're gonna be somewhat around here, and you're going to skip the corner like this, minimize it. Of course, you're not gonna gain a whole lot, but it's worth to have. Like it's worth to like use. Then at this 100-meter board, you wanna, without hitting, oh, I was about to take down the board. Without hitting this grass right here, you can kind of follow like the drain on the left hand side. And at the 100-meter board, let me just show this. So you want to be right here at the end of the curve, and around 80 meters or so, you're going to 100% brake pressure, and just keep that going where you turn in. And again here, don't hit the curb because it's very rugged. As you can see right there, the big jumps you're gonna feel in your wheel too if you play with a wheel, or if you have vibrations turn on in your controller. Yeah, just the rain gullies again, just use them. And on the exit, and no matter where you hit this curb, it's very jumpy unless you're just at the end of it. So if you hit it, just keep the car straight so it doesn't unsettle the car too much. Um, but other than that, try to avoid the exit curb. It's not like it's gonna be the end of your life or like your lap, but just keep the car out of away from the curb. Here, you want to go all the way out, use the entire track. You want to be right about here. And as this patch of asphalt like drains the track, you want to turn in. You're gonna be in seventh, and you're gonna switch down to sixth to keep the gears or the revs as high as possible. Gonna hug the curb, stay a little bit wider of the black line where you can turn in, and you're not gonna use any brakes for these last two corners here. And they're just flat out on a bit lift. And for this next corner, there's really no reference point except for this tiny like runoff area, which you can kind of use. But yeah, most of it is just like whatever you feel like, really. When you know how much grip you have, etc. Yeah, so about this, and of course you can actually use the curb here, because it's not too bad. If you're unsure about using the curb, there's still a bit of the reins over here, but ideally you want to be all the way out here. You're going to brake just a tiny bit. You're gonna launch the car in, keep away from the big rugged parts again. Just use the drains, as you can see them right here. Alright, there, just use the drains. Car is gonna take you all the way out here. Just kiss the curb, and then you're going to be back in and joining the track. Now here, as you can see, just back up. When you come from over here, you can either skip the curb like this, and just very unsettling for the car. And if it's qualifying lap, your tires are gonna survive. But if you do for a whole race, and if you end up hitting the third every once in a while, it's not so good. Yeah, you can see the drains here again, and you can touch a tiny bit of the curb. As you can see here, there's really no bumps at all. Yeah, you're gonna join it. Now here, watch out for the curb again, because all of it is very raggedy. And if you go like this, your car will bottom out, you will have no grip, and you really can't turn. Yeah, try to not use the curb too much. Yeah, stay on the right hand side, down into this corner. At the 100-meter board, you want to be all the way out here on the curb, and at around 80 meters or so, 100% brake pressure. Just keep switching down, and about here you want to start your turn in. You can get a wide corner, and you can touch the drains again. Don't hit the rugged parts of the curb. You can keep going like this. Again, you can hit the reins here. Do not touch the curb. This will spin the car out. And just keep a wide line. Cut inside. And just let the car automatically straighten out by going all the way to the left. Now go kind of in the middle because it's very bumpy out on the left. And around this DHL banner up in the sky. About to say up in the sky on this like stand. I'm gonna be on the left. And at the 100-meter board, you can brake a bit earlier. Like you can brake a bit earlier, like so. Like at the 100-meter board, so just after. 100% brake pressure. Gonna lock the rear just a tiny bit to get that extra bit of rotation in. That's a late turning. Whoopa. Yeah, you wanna kind of turn the car in, like when you feel like it, you can kind of see the corner as it opens up. Don't touch the curb because it's very tight, so you can kind of use the reins. But that's gonna make your corner very tight. So you can do a bit extra wide like this. So you don't exactly hit the apex from the start to end. You just kind of touch the curb like this. Let me just. So when you turn in, it's going to be sort of like this. Instead of you hitting like the entire curve, you just kind of scooch it like that. Should give you a bit of a wide corner because it's very tight. Just let the car straighten out on the left hand side, down on the right hand side now. And again at the 150-meter board, so this white line, going to braking, tapping the brakes. You're going to like kind of like fly over the curb. And don't run off because this will invalidate this on the next lap. Yeah, that is the quick track guide, and now I will show you guys a hot lap. Perfect, and that is going to be it for this video. I hope you like it, and I'll see you in the next one.